a number of our contractors out there are starting to take advantage of the 1 hour reentry, and because the home builders really, when they have a full understanding of what's really going on with 1 hour, they really start to see the advantage. Like, hey, they don't have to shut down the job site for 24 hours. It's like literally after the crew's kind of cleaned up for the day, typically takes them maybe 1 hour to pack everything up, and then they're out of there, and other trades can now go in. And so that's kind of unheard of for this industry. Is like, when you get that 1 hour reentry without fans, because we have the natural ventilation, and you're good to go.
Absolutely. And I mean, it also makes these builders and people that have a vested interest in that kind of stuff to read the fine print on other people's products as well, because they may not have been following what the instructions were from other folks. And now, I think the highlighting the fact that, this is a concern and this is an issue. You want to make sure that you're following the manufacturer's instructions. I think it's made a lot of people go back and reinvestigate these manufacturing instructions are on there in terms of when to reoccupy and when to re-enter.
Because from a builder's perspective, it's never ever a good idea not to follow the manufacturer's required recommendations, the way that the product needs to be applied on a job site.
Absolutely.
And when you've got trades and or the builder that aren't following those rules, then it just adds liability to everybody out there. And we as a manufacturer want to make sure that anyone spraying our product and any builders involved in that entire process have as little of liability out there of the trades that are installing our products and even afterwards, because with old technology, when you got to wait 12 to 24 hours before other trades can get in, it just makes it that much more difficult to make sure that, hey, so who's following the rules? How are those being enforced? How are we making sure that some other trade isn't going in the next morning? Who's going to be there to stop them? Are we just putting up their signs, or are they going to actually look at the signs?
Absolutely. No, I mean, there is a lot of liability and risk out there when you're not following those instructions. So they're there for a reason, and they're there to protect everybody. And I think at the end of the day, I think from every spray foam manufacturer standpoint, you don't want to walk away from any kind of a bad incident from this, because it just damages the industry, and that's what we're not about.
Yeah. And I think it's good that, SWD as a company can help take a leadership role in that, and hopefully raise the entire standards of the rest of the industry, so everybody kind of follows our lead and ends up with that 1 hour reentry where you don't have to worry about stuff like that. It makes it easy for anybody spraying foam to comply with what the supplier, what the manufacturer is recommending for their products. Absolutely.
And I think we are in that position right now as leaders, and I think everyone will be following suit as quickly as they can, and we're going to see this, the industry as a whole start to grow, and when that industry grows, we're all going to grow.
Absolutely. Yep. That's what we're trying to accomplish here.
Yep.